All right, welcome everyone. Welcome in. As you're jumping in here, go ahead and jump on the chat. Let us know where you're coming in from. We have an exciting call tonight. We have some guest speakers. It's going to be fantastic. So I'm excited to get this call started, but go ahead and let us know where you're coming in from. Mrs. Maria Asensio from Nashville, first one on the chat. Tiffany from Helena, Montana. More Nashville, Maryland, Boston, California, Utah, Toronto, all over the country, all over the continent, I guess you would say. Wisconsin, Miami, Massachusetts, Texas. Awesome. Keep on letting us know where you come from. As you know, on these calls, we like to use the chat. So make sure, don't be scared of it. Don't be afraid to use it. We want to make sure that you let us know how you're doing. One of the things that we would like to have you do, if you're jumping on the call now, a lot of you have your chat set to all panelists, and you can change that easily so that it goes to all panelists and attendees so that everyone can see your comments. So what you do, if you just are jumping on, you go to the bottom of your chat screen and there's a blue box and it says either to all panelists or to all panelists and attendees. If yours says to all panelists and attendees, you're in great shape. If it just says to all panelists, hit that drop down and go to all panelists and attendees. And that will allow you to chat with all of the attendees. So great to see everyone jumping on. We're going to get this call started right away here. So welcome to the call. A lot of exciting things going on. I know that we're all still in quarantine. I know that that is difficult. I know we have children that are fighting right now, and that's probably happening in households across the world. But the great thing is we also have an amazing business. We have this Kyäni opportunity, and it's flourishing. We're doing very well. We had a great month of February. We had an even better month of March. So things are going well, and we're happy about that. We're happy for you. We're happy for your family that you have something that you can lean on during these times. I spoke to a couple today who said that unfortunately they were let go from their jobs temporarily, but they were so fortunate that they were living off of their Kyäni income while they're without jobs, and that means the world to us to be able to provide that opportunity for people. So it's fantastic to be on the call with you. As you know, I think as of today, I think we're exactly a month away. We are exactly 1 month away from our international live stream event. It's on May 15th. From 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Remember that. I've mentioned it a couple times on these calls, but I want to keep mentioning it. First session is 10 to 12:30. These are all Mountain Standard Time. And the second session will be from 1 to 4. So block out the time for that. With your tickets, you're also going to get access to breakout sessions. There won't be live breakout sessions, but there'll be recorded breakout sessions that you'll be able to listen to that training later on. And get all the nuggets that you can from those trainings, and you can listen to it on demand. So it's going to be absolutely incredible. Remember, tickets are $79, but you can bring in guests for just $29. So you had a challenge at the beginning of these Countdown to Convention calls from our president, Mr. Travis Garza, to bring 10 guests. Imagine what would happen if you did. Along with your team members, it would be absolutely incredible for your business. So guest tickets $29, regular tickets $79. If you don't have them, get them now. If your team members don't have them, encourage them to get them now as well. Now, a couple of more announcements. The 90-day challenge. A lot of you are wrapping up your 90-day challenge right now. You should be getting an email that says, hey, don't forget, you've got to submit your photos within the next 7 days. So if you're finishing up your challenge, or if you just finished it up, remember to get your photos in, your essay in. We will be announcing winners very shortly. And we're going to announce some of the top individuals who are going to be competing for that top prize on one of these calls in the future. And that's all I'm going to tell you now, but I will tell you that it's coming. So get all of your 90-day challenge stuff in, because somebody is going to win a lot of money. All right. Last thing, the upgrade challenge. Remember, this is the last month to qualify for the upgrade challenge. We already have several people who are qualified for that and will be receiving a free MacBook Air laptop. But if you are on your way, you still have time. You still have 15 days left in the month to wrap that up and to earn a MacBook Air laptop. So with that, let's get into the call. We have some amazing guests here tonight with us. And the theme of this call is really how events can change your life and change your business, your Kyäni business particularly. So these individuals, I know each one of them has an incredible story on how events change the course of their business. And that's what we want to get into. So the first woman that I want to introduce, she is an Emerald with us. She was, before that, she was a manicurist. She's a mom to 2 boys. I know she goes all over the country with one boy who plays baseball. But she started with us a while back, and she has just absolutely blown it out of the water. So I want to welcome to the call, Emerald, Mrs. Brooke Sturgeon.
Hello, Skyleur. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Awesome. I'm so excited to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me on this call. Anytime. I just love listening to them. So being a part of this, I just feel so honored and so blessed to be here with you guys and share a short story of ours. So I'm from Bakersfield, California, and crazy enough, I have never been a part of network marketing before. It was not my industry. I was a manicurist, like Skyleur's talking about, and have a beautiful family, but I had never been a part of this. It wasn't my forte, right? So I had just joined, and I was very, very excited, just super fired up. Got some beautiful team members on board as well, and it was so cool because it was a blessing, because about a month and a half later from the moment I joined, we hit Sapphire in our first 30 days. So just because we have such an incredible team, beautiful leaders, but month and a half in was actually our first event that we were invited to from our upline, Mrs. Ricky Brown. Have to give her a shout out because she's phenomenal. She's one of my best friends, but she is a true blessing as a leader as well. So she had told me that there is this event coming in Texas, and we're in California, right? And again, I've never been part of this industry. She's like, you've got to come to Texas. You and the team have to come to Texas. You just got to be there. You got to be there. And I'm like, whoa, what is this crazy blonde? What is she talking about? Like, what is happening? Anyway, so I'm like, okay. I mean, my upline's telling me I've got to do this. I trusted her, and I knew obviously she's already paved the path. I just got to follow what she was doing, right? And so we got with our team, and I told some of our top leaders, Tammy Calco, Dr. Crystal Shropshire, I'm like, you guys, we've got to go to Texas. I mean, I don't know. She just says we got to go. So we all bought our airline ticket, got our hotel room. We all flew there. And honestly, you guys, I cannot express to you how much of a game changer it was, because we already hit Sapphire in 31 days. So we were obviously excited already, right? You can imagine, I'm sure if you guys are new, you can imagine you're excited, right? You know what you have on your hands, but then you attend this event and it is seriously game over. You get to meet the incredible founders. You get to hear from them, hear from their hearts, top leaders of this industry, you guys, training from stage, giving you all the knowledge, pouring into you. And then you're just like, wow, like you start to visualize, like your belief goes up. You're like, oh, well, like if they did it, we can do it. Like we're doing it. We're already doing this, So I just have to tell you, it was incredible because we brought our team and we came home and we got even more lit up because, the belief creates action. Action creates results. So we came home, we lit up some more sapphires, you broke some rubies and jades and pearls, and literally just doing the best that we can to bless as many families and as many homes as we can. And I honestly, you guys, it's the family of Kyäni that you come and you get to meet everybody, and it's the commodity, it's the friendships, it's the excitement, which I don't know if you guys know about the different characters. I'm a dolphin, so I like to have a lot of fun. So the events are so fun. I can't even express how much. I honestly, you guys can never imagine missing an event ever. I have been doing this for 3 years strong, and I have never missed an event. I couldn't imagine missing an event, and I can't imagine anybody ever becoming a diamond without going to the events, right? So, but they definitely are game changers. And that first event was the launch of Flores, you guys. And I have to say, this next event coming up, we're launching a new product. So you can imagine how many more sapphires are going to be broke. how many more emeralds, diamonds, you know, jades, pearls, all of the ranks, right? So, but it's definitely amazing, and how Kyäni becomes in you by going to an event. To be honest, like, I feel like you're not really in Kyäni until you attend an event. Then that's when it changes. The whole game changes. You understand what you have on your hands, and you couldn't imagine not sharing it with the world. You know, you're kind of a selfish person if you're not, you know, you're holding back all the good news and all the vehicles that we have and what we're doing, our incentives. And honestly, at the end of the day, it's a chosen family. And I'm blessed I got to share with you guys. I honestly, we don't convince people to join our business. We never do. We don't convince people. We don't have to, right? We're Kyäni. We already know. Sales itself. But we do convince people to go to the events because we know what it's done for us and we know how it feels. And you can tell your friends and you can tell your team members how it feels, but it's honestly the feeling that you can't express that feeling. You can't have them feel that feeling. So you have to make sure that you're not, you do have to convince them to go so they can experience that feeling as well. They trusted you. They joined this business with you. So you definitely convince them to go to the events because it will change their game. It will change their hearts. It will change their mindset. It changes everything. So I'm so excited I got to be here with you guys, and I honestly can't wait for the next event. I live for the next event. I wish it was tomorrow. Thank you, Skyleur, so much for having me.
Well, thank you so much, Brooke. I love your energy. I love your enthusiasm. I have to tell a quick story. I was speaking with Mrs. Ricky Brown, and this was a couple of years ago. And we had asked a few leaders up to Idaho Falls because we were giving them a preview of the fluorescent line before we launched it. And Brooke was brand new, like maybe a couple of days new. And Ricky had said, I'm bringing Brooke. And I was the fool who questioned Ricky because I said, I don't know if you want to bring someone who's brand new and now you have an emerald on your hand pushing for diamonds. So Ricky was right. And I love Brooke. I've had a chance to get to know her. She's fantastic. Thank you again, Mrs. Brooke Sturgeon.
Thank you, Skyleur, so much.
All right, the next couple I want to bring on, this couple, I was asking them about some of their certifications and I lost track. They're fitness gurus, but I want to tell you a little bit about them. Mandy is a WBFF fitness pro. She's a holistic nutrition health coach. She's been a celebrity trainer. Sami has a degree in exercise science and nutrition, along with, I don't even know how many other degrees. He served 11 years in the Finnish military. They're absolutely incredible, an incredible couple. I know they're leading a lot of fitness groups right now within their team, but they're dedicated to this business. They've been with us only a few months, and they're our emeralds. So I want to welcome to the call Mandy and Sami Eskelin.
Hi, thank you so much, Mr. Skyleur. Honestly, it's such an honor to be here. A little background about us is that we were with another network marketing company for 2 years. And our struggle was, I say struggle, we were able to get hundreds of people healthy, but we weren't able to get people paid. And even for ourselves, we were like, gosh, you know, we know the weight of financial stress causes on the body. And so we really wanted a system and a company and a compensation plan that would allow for our people to get paid and duplication. And so, you know, we were looking and we met the Thornhills, and to be completely honest, they invited us after a Zoom call. They invited us to a regional event, and this is where things change for us. Like, I get emotional because when we walked into that event the next morning, we still hadn't committed, nothing. We just went to the event. And to walk in that room and to see the leadership be approachable, to feel the community, to see how impactful all of this can be. And we just felt like we were home. We looked at each other and we knew we were home. Like, we planted our flag and we said, okay, this is the company that we want to make our forever home. And from that moment on, I mean, 3 weeks later, we hit Sapphire and then went to the Team Fusion homecoming event here.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is something that everything felt just right. Everything felt just right when we talked with the Thornhills and when we were looking at the company from every aspect. But the only thing that we haven't seen yet and experienced was the event. And the initial conversation actually happened on Friday afternoon, and Saturday morning, at 5 a.m., we decided to hit our car towards San Diego where the event was, drove 5 hours because we knew we have to experience the event first, because that is the heartbeat of not just the team, but the culture and the company. And then they don't say that your success is directly parallel with your ability to promote and attend the events. That is truly something that we've been promoting throughout our careers, not just only in this company, but also it's known throughout the industry. And I think that the number is that every person you're able to take to the event as a guest, it's going to increase your income a minimum of $1,000 annually. So if you take 100 guests, if you take 10 guests, you're gonna have a $10,000 increase on your income the next year. So the events they're the lifeline of this industry.
Yeah, I love the feeling of walking in and knowing the energy, you know, like Miss Brooke was talking about. I mean, the energy and the fun, the camaraderie, but to really know what Kyäni is putting into making sure that there's new developments, there's the recognition. When you see this and feel the love and the excitement that from everyone in there, it's a no-brainer, like, oh my goodness, this is where we're supposed to be. So every person on our team is required. We're not gonna work, you know, spend our time with someone who's not gonna show up at the event. And that's the real truth, because it makes such a huge impact, not only for their business, but for our company, you know. And we're here because we want to be part of the reason that this company goes to $1 billion, and we're gonna take our team with us, you know. So coming to those events are so key in making sure that we all win. We all collectively win together. And I cannot wait for this event. Unfortunately, here in Vegas, I wish it was here in person, but I know that live is going to be just as phenomenal. And I can't wait for all the new exciting stuff that Kyäni is coming out with. So thank you, Mr. Skyleur.
Yeah, I wanna echo just the last on Ms. Brooke as well. Is you're absolutely right. You're not fully in Kyäni yet until you attend the event.
And then Kyäni gets in you.
And that's something that events will get you. So you understand that it's not just a Facebook chat group. It's not just a Facebook page that you're part of. It's something a lot bigger than that. So once you're able to immerse yourself into that, it's like Ms. Brooke said, game over.
Well, thank you so much. We truly appreciate you too. And you've done so much in such a small amount of time. And I know that it's just the beginning for you. And we're so grateful to have you as part of the company. So Mandy and Sami, thank you so much. All right, our next speaker, this gentleman, I don't even know what to say about him. He's been enrolled since 2013. He's been around for 7 years now with Kyäni. He's one of the OGs. And if you ever want to have a good time on a cruise, make sure to be with this guy. Because he is the life of any party, but he's also a professional radio host. He's a blue diamond with Kyäni. I want to welcome to the call Mr. Albert Withenshaw.
Thank you, Mr. Skyleur. It's a pleasure for me being on this call. My name is really English, but I'm more Mexican than that. You know, I'm raised and born in Mexico. I was living in the States for a couple of months in Las Vegas. Actually, Las Vegas represents for me a lot, because I found the opportunity on a coffee shop. Somebody was talking about the business opportunity, and I was listening. I was opening to an opportunity. So now that this time is going to be live, it's going to be online, you know something? Is the right timing about the first opportunity to do this convention, because we all talk about business from home, working from home. Now we have the opportunity training in the high level from home, you know, because after, when this pandemic go away, you know, we can be proud that we're in the right industry, that we're in the right business, because we can create prosperity, we can create abundance, we can create economy from our home. What place more safe can be than working from home? We have a business. Our company is a technology in health and wellness. So this is perfect. All the infrastructure that is going behind scenes, so you guys can have the best quality service on the convention online. It's gonna be fantastic. I remember my first time on an event of Kyäni. It was in Anaheim, California. And being for events, and looking for the ranks advancements, it's real people, you know, people that work in construction that now makes millions of dollars through the years, people that was a nurse, people that was an English teacher. I mean, ordinary people making extraordinary income. And this is only possible in an industry like we are in Kyäni. So it's necessary. It's like mandatory. Everybody should be on this convention because it's proven. It's you can see real people with real results and from the comfort of your house. So there's no excuses. You don't have to worry about airline tickets, hotel, and expenses. You can reduce those costs and take advantage and share now with this opportunity that the company is giving to our guests and for our customers, so they can feel the Kyäni atmosphere. They can feel the essence. They can feel what it's all about, our mission. So it's going to be a fantastic event. Don't miss it out. Since I've been in Kyäni, I never, I don't know how to say in English. I never fail on a convention. I've been in all conventions. I've been in Hawaii, in Disney, Los Angeles. I even went to Korea. So events charge you up all the way to the next level, because you see people that was in maybe the last convention. You can feel their energy, and that's going to be online. So don't miss it out. You don't have to worry about other expenses. So enjoy the convention online.
Thank you very much, sir. I always love your enthusiasm, your excitement. You bring the energy to every single call that I've ever been on with you. So thank you so much. Before I turn it over to our final speaker, if you enjoyed these testimonials, if you appreciate what they brought to the call, please let them know in the chat that you appreciate them, because I appreciate them taking time out of their day to share with us and to share belief. And it's really fun to see. So thank you very much for letting them know that you appreciate them, and thank you for being on the call. The last gentleman I want to introduce is someone who is at the helm of this company, leading us into this next level of who we're becoming. He's brought so much value in such a small amount of time to Kyäni, and I know you all feel it. So I want to welcome to the call our president, Mr. Travis Garza.
All right. Well, thank you very much. And I'm so happy to be on the call tonight. It's been a very, very busy day today. And I get to finish one of my last Zoom calls. I got a couple more tonight, but I finished one of my last Zoom calls with all of you. So thank you very much for being here. I want to give a special shout out to Mandy and Sami. I had the chance to see them in a previous company, what they were able to accomplish. And I'm so excited about what they're doing here and setting the example. Brooke, thank you very much for your message. I love your smile. Thank you very much. Albert, your energy is infectious. I just love it. I went bowling with Albert one time, and he was totally on the phone bowling, and we took a video of him, and he said, take a video of me, and he shot a strike like that. I couldn't believe it. So I just want to say thank you all. All right, well, I want to just share a couple of things with you. All of you here tonight, for being on this call, I want to share something that sparked a memory of me when I was listening to all of our guest speakers tonight. It sparked a memory of something that happened years ago. And I remember sitting in one of my first convention type events. And in that event, there was probably about 5,000 people. And like many of you, sometimes you walk in these and you're like overwhelmed. I don't know if you remember your first event like this. But for me, I remember walking in and I was like, oh my gosh, I just remember I was like, I played college football, and it's like running out of the tunnel. It's like running out of that tunnel. It was that feeling like, this is unbelievable. I remember that feeling saying, I can't believe all these people are coming to learn about this company, this product. Conventions do that. That feeling where you're like, I can't believe it. But one of the greatest memories that I have was I remember sitting in the audience, and I was watching like everybody else, all the thousands of people, and the speaker said this. Everybody, you get your name tags. You have your little name tags, and they come in, and you have, Brooke Sturgeon, you have Mandy and Sami. You have your name tag, and then oftentimes you'll have your rank on there, right? Everybody has a rank. And I remember the speaker was talking, And as I was listening to them, they gave such a compelling story. They were talking about how they overcame and what they did. And at the end of their presentation, they talked about how their mentor said, what did you think of the event? What are you thinking of? How do you feel about these speakers? And they were like, I just feel overwhelmed. I'm not sure if I could do that. I'm not sure if I want that stage. I'm not sure if I can really be that successful. I'm not sure. They felt overwhelmed. And they said, the mentor said to them, I want you to take your name tag and I want you to write a note on your name tag on the back of it. I want you to write not only your why, I want you to write simply your why on the back of that name tag, but I want you to write what it would feel like if you were to achieve the goal that we talked about, your why. And so they sat there and they wrote on the back of their car, their name tag, they stuck it back in the envelope, and they left, and they left that event. And every month they followed up and they said, where's your name tag? Where's your name tag? Where are you going to be? What's your why? What's your why? What's your why? And for 1 year, that mentor was by their side. You can do this. You remember your why. Keep your name tag up. Remember that goal that you wanted to achieve. What your next rank was. What that was going to look like 12 months later. For 1 year, they came back. Now I can tell you, after 12 months, they came back. They were sitting in that audience, and the person who wrote their little name tag on their card was up on the stage the next year celebrating a rank advancement. Now, this person wasn't training. They weren't training. They were simply up there celebrating that recognition. But watching that person up on stage and knowing that story that the mentor was there for them, and two, that person had written their why, and then they were on the stage the next year celebrating, and that to me was more emotional than some of the conventions. I mean, I was sitting there going, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. It's not necessarily about being there and saying, well, I'm gonna listen to training. It's about pushing somebody farther than they probably were pushed before. It's probably, it's pushing them to write down their why. And one of the things that I love about that is, I think about all these stories that we come up with, and you listen to these great stories and these great leaders. I had another situation where one of the people that I saw there, she talked about how January, February, and March, this was back probably 6-7 years ago, January, February, March, she made about $2,000 in that 3-month period. And she was saying, I just don't know if this is for me. And at the end of that convention, she said, I don't know, I make $2,000. I just don't know if it's for me. I need to be making more. She didn't feel like she was successful. And then she said, I don't know. Well, at the end of that convention, she heard the speaker say, I want you to come back with at least 5 guests to this next event. I want you to come back and it will change your life. And she said, I don't know about that. But something told her, I'm going to give it more time. And she had 5 new guests at that next convention. And she was like, okay, I'm going to do it. And she brought 5 new, and they had a party. They all slept in the same room. I don't know how they did it, but they all slept in the same hotel room. They were all crouched together. And then that next January, February, and March, the next January, February, March. Now remember, the year prior, she made $2,000. The next January, February, March, not only was she there with her team, but we saw and celebrated her. That 3-month period, she made over $20,000. There's power in duplicating. There's power in writing down your goals. There's power in getting into action. There's power in having a mentor. There's a power in having somebody push you. There's power in you pushing other people. That's what this is all about. This business is not easy. This business is hard. This business, it can be fun and it can be challenging. This business can be great and it can be rewarding and it can push you down. When you have mentors, when you have people that are there pushing you along, like these stories that you heard tonight, it will make all the difference in the world. My challenge to you as we look to build Kyäni and grow, we love you. We appreciate you. It's going to take a lot of work. There are times when we're super tired and we're like, oh my gosh, we got to go on one more Zoom call. My challenge to you tonight, we're not going to have name tags this year. We're not going to have name tags. We're just not going to be there. My challenge to you tonight is that you make your own name tag. This time, I want you to write your name and I want you to write what you're going to accomplish by next year's convention. I want you to write your name, your title, what that looks like. If it's a green diamond or a diamond or a blue diamond or a red diamond, or maybe you want to write, hey, $1 million earner. Maybe you want to be not only a green diamond, but you've developed 2 new sapphires. Whatever that is, I want you to write your name tag and what you're going to accomplish. And the second thing I wanted to challenge you with is on the back of that name tag, I want you to write your why. And every month, as you start to pursue coming out of convention 2020 on a live stream, your mentor or you mentoring somebody saying, what does your name tag say? How are you going to do it? What are you going to do? What are we going to do together? How are we going to rise together? That's what this is all about. This is going to be the start to so many things. I want you to be the story. I want you to be the person on stage next year. We will be together on that stage. I want you to show me that name tag. I want you to show your team the name tag. Maybe you're going to a regional event or a Super Saturday or whatever that is. Show your team, this is where I'm going to go. I just want to tell you, I'm so energized. I'm so motivated about what we're going to do. I feel like I don't have enough time in the day to really show you the vision that we have for where we're going. There's so much that we were talking on Skyleur and I were on the phone with some of the most successful NFL players in all of history of NFL. We were on the phone call with some of them today, and they were looking at Kyäni. We've got so much to look forward to. I can't tell you how energized I am. I just want to tell you very much from all of us, thank you very much. We're going to have a great, great event. I can't wait to see your goal. I want to see your name tag, what your title is, and on that back of that, I want to see your why. Thank you very much. Albert's already started. Thank you so much, you guys. I'm committed to you. We're committed to all of you. And I can't thank Skyleur. Thank you for being on, having me on the call tonight.
Well, thank you so much, Travis. I'm looking over at this chat group and it's just lighting up. Everyone's getting excited about writing their own name tags. I also love seeing everyone thanking their leadership, thanking their mentors for making it special for them, for their first events. It's going to be special. And we would love to see these name tags start showing up. So thank you to everyone, Mr. Travis Garza, Mr. Albert Withenshaw, Mrs. Brooke Sturgeon, Mandy and Sami. Thank you so much. Thanks for everyone for being on the call. Next week, same time, same place. Have a great week, everyone. We'll talk to you soon.